Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much for joining me here. We're going to take another look at Fantom here and see kind of what's going on here. Now, before we do, so I usually like to look at Bitcoin, but I can tell you it's kind of just hanging out. It's upwards of 3% right now on the day. So nice little recovery from yesterday's dip, but on the same accord, it's giving us a little bit more, I guess, less fear, uncertainty, and doubt in the market based on the fact that it's the first of the year and all the tax stuff's kind of behind us. So I think today and tomorrow we'll probably still see a little bit of green. But it is rejecting on the 200-day simple moving average, so that's pretty standard stuff considering how low it's been recently, right? So if you are new to the channel, I'm not a financial advisor, right? I love teaching people how to trade, so I just want you to know that my goal is to help you become a better trader. This is my full-time job, and I'm very passionate about it. And I love working with my community and helping them grow better as traders, right? So it's really cool, really rewarding, and I think that you'd find benefit if you would, if you'd like to have everyone backing you up, help confirm decisions that you're making. I share signals with my every single trade that I take, and obviously too, I'm rolling out with a trading academy soon as well, which is awesome, and that'll basically allow for you to kind of learn how to be a better trader every step of the way. So that's going to be available near month end. So I do recommend locking in your rate before the rates do increase inevitably later based on the content. So anyways, check that out again in your own time. Looking here at Fantom on the one-day chart, we're up over the 50-day and the 200-day simple moving average. That's actually pretty awesome and impressive to be back up over the 50. Not a lot of coins can say that right now, and that's a very good sign. And that didn't really even have to be tested as a support level, but we know we have that just in case. Now, the price did essentially bounce off of right around $2.10, so it kind of came down and hasn't come back ever since. The last 2 days have been nice and green. In fact, we opened a signal with our trading community here, swing trade signal, right around $2. So we're actually all in the profit there so far, and our first profit target is $2.75. So really cool stuff there. I think we're on track to be able to hit that, and we'll explain why here in a moment. One thing is also awesome too is we're going to be testing 70 on the RSI here. In fact, it looks like we are kind of testing that now. That could essentially be the resistance level of about 245. So if we can break above that and stay above 245, we'll be in really good shape here to be able to continue, because that was again this most recent high that it got rejected at. It couldn't pass that plane recently, and now it's above that. That's a good sign because it just broke its recent high. Okay. Oftentimes that establishes itself as a support level, so we can kind of reaffirm that as a potential support. So I would expect the price to bounce above or to come above 70 on the RSI here soon. I think that's going to be likely. So good stuff here from Fantom. I see nothing negative on the macro. Looking at the midterm here, essentially the 4-hour chart, we can see the 50-day simple moving average working perfectly as support, driving the price action higher, allowing the price to increase past its most recent high. Taking a look at the RSI, we're over 50, under 70, plenty more room for growth, so excellent stuff there. In fact, why don't we go ahead and see if there's any potential exhaustion here. We are at a 9 right now for TD Sequential, and let me just explain this really quick. If you're new to the channel, what happens is if you're at a 9 on TD Sequential, it pretty much tells you the price could essentially retrace or consolidate. And what that just means is TD Sequential is taking the 4th previous candlestick and counting up to 9. Once you get to a 9, there's usually a state of exhaustion that occurs because the bulls or the bears have taken control of that time frame, and there's a pullback that could happen. So just know we might lose this as a potential support. It might work as a resistance. If so, it could essentially work out to be just a little cup and handle or something. But I think Fantom's looking still very good here. But we'll see here soon if the price can consolidate above or below that support level. That'd be helpful if it consolidated above, but again, below wouldn't be a terrible thing because it'd probably just come right back up and try it again. Okay, so all good stuff there in that sense, but we're a bit on the exhausted side on the 4-hour, just so you're aware. And look at the 1-hour too. Let's see, do we have anything of that sort as well? We're currently at an 8 right now. So this is something you need to understand about compounding factors, so to speak, with trading, at least with TD Sequential and momentum. When you have an indicator giving you the same type of response, so to speak, on different time frames, then it kind of reaffirms that it's coming to fruition. In other words, we had a 9 on the 4-hour chart, we got an 8 on the 1-hour. The likelihood of a pullback, or if nothing else, at least just a period of consolidation sideways for a little while, is very high. Okay, so I wouldn't expect the price to shoot much further up right now. If it does, in fact, it would be disadvantageous because it would come back down quicker based on the fact that it's a bit on the overextended side already, right? So just try to be aware of that. Try to think of those things and understand that the pullbacks are standard and normal. Everything has to go up and come down. Like there's always ebbs and flows. But the key takeaway here is we're having nice higher highs and higher lows, right? and that's important. So this next low cannot be any lower than right here, right around 237. So it would be important to keep this key level support level here at about 245. But if we lose that, just note that if we come down to 237 and bounce, that'd be also a very good scenario. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, it'd give us a better opportunity to add to our position if you were considering doing that, which I would recommend because Fantom is on the rise. It's definitely doing well. And I think it's a good long-term coin that will absolutely make some presence here in the near future. In fact, I think it's growing in popularity as well. So definitely something to pay attention to. So all in all, that's kind of where we're at. Let's go ahead and see what the Ichimoku Cloud tells us. We got all green lights here essentially as well, for lack of better terms. No pun intended, because obviously this lagging span is bright green. But if the lagging span is free and clear of any price action, in other words, it hasn't intersected with the price action yet, there's no close signals, right? Same thing with the actual conversion line. That's above the baseline. Until that intersects with it, there's no reason to close your position either. And we're obviously well above the cloud. That's check number 3. So there's a lot of good reasons to keep your position open if you have one. Maybe even consider adding to your position now, or starting a position based on the fact that it's going to likely consolidate at support before it legs up again. Okay, we're in that nice little transition. Bear in mind, could still pull back a little bit, but I don't think we're going to expect to see a pullback down to the low 2s. I would say 237 would be the lowest point in which we're going to see the price come down. All right. So again, all good stuff here ultimately. So again, do your own research on Fantom, but it's really awesome coin. I think we're going to exceed our all-time highs here soon. I wouldn't be surprised that happens in the next couple of weeks. But I would say the immediate future, we can expect 275 to occur within the next couple of days, after a short period of consolidation at 245. And then obviously we'll set our other targets and continue to move up, because again, as a community, we have this swing trade open right now and it's doing very well. Same with CRV, and they're just I was able to identify them because they broke free from Bitcoin's nonsense, if you will, right? A lot of times when you can find a coin that's doing very well contrary to Bitcoin's indecisiveness, those are coins you might want to try to focus on, right? So this is one of those, of course, but also the fact that it has tremendous fundamentals, and a lot of our community members really believe in this as well. So thanks again to everyone, of course, that's currently supporting me and the channel. I do deeply appreciate you. And if you're not currently a member of my trading community, consider joining. I think you'll find great benefit. I'm rolling out with the Trading Academy near month end as well to kind of help you become a better trader. And what that basically just means is I have a series of in-depth videos, start to finish, on how to hone your trading skills, right? And that's available to current members. And again, just recommend checking that out. So thanks so much for your time. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Have a good rest of your day. We'll see you soon.